Alright guys, fourth time around on the recording, so yeah, that fun. Anyway, I'm gonna start out with the client side, or gamers coding side here. So it took me quite a while. I tried about 80 different things to get the server and the player to communicate back and forth quickly and receiving everybody else's shit at the same time. And I did find a nice way to do that. So basically, I'm sending it the command player pose, which stands for player's positions. So then it gets that and it converts it to a byte, and then it converts it to server language, which right now is currently ASCII, which stands for something. I just know it's another encoding, so that's cool. And then at this line here, we send it to the server. So yeah, that's sending to the socket, which is basically a port and an IP. Then we go here, we make a new byte for the receiving, and then we fill that byte here with where we're listening at. We're listening for the server to reply right here, and then that's an int, and then we convert that back to a byte, and then that byte gets converted to another byte. That's weird. Oh, never mind. Record. Okay, so yeah, I see what's happening. Alright, so yeah. Then we can use that to just basically it fills in it just fills in the stuff a little slightly differently. Then we convert it back to Unity language, so all that fun there. This other cool thing that I did was in the server end. So before I go to that cool thing I did there, no peeking. Basically, for the players' positions, I have a nice list here containing players' positions, and then here you get the updating poses, which is the client sending his position to the server, and then the server adds it to the list at the right position and everything, all that complexness. And then here is where the server will send the player's pose that, like, yeah, all the players' positions in the list. It adds that into one huge list, and then it sends that back as a string, and then on the client end they separate it. So that leaves less stress on the server and spreads it out more. Also, the nice cool thing I added here. This is actually like my fifth attempt to get a nice list of the players' names. So I had to calculate where to put this line and shit at. I also had to calculate for in case players' names were different lengths, so that this line here always ended up at the same spot at the end. So yeah, so see this line there, it disappears, but if you click like space or something, it comes back. Like that line there, if there's a player name in there, I needed to make sure that that line would always end up there. Alright, so now I'm going to log in, and you can see this players list in action. And you can see my hand animations, which are so beautiful. Yeah, I know this is probably laggy, so, but you know, Cam Studio only can do 8 frames a second. Alright, I also got rid of the login button. That's so now you just click connect and you're logged in and everything. And there, now you can see my name on the server. Yay! Beautiful. And if I added another player in there, you'd see the list get longer and so forth. Also, now you can see what the server is sending back here. And the reason it's got this E09 shit is because Unity, of course, has me at this stupid, weird E09 shit too. I really wish they didn't add that, but I guess if you wanted a smaller decimal, you got to. So, I'm not sure if Unity will accept putting the E and -9 shit in the transform, but if it does, that'll be cool. But we will find out. So anyway, the server sends back the player's name, then it sends back their positions, separating it with a, basically, I don't know what that's called, underscore or something, and then it's got this slash in the beginning, which would mean it's starting the next player, and then slash his position, and slash next player's name, slash his position, so forth. And so that would all be getting received here. And as you can see, it's being updated about every 0.2 seconds. So that's cool. And if I did move my guy here, you can see this position is changing. Awesome. So that means all that works. And to show you that this, I think this is the right version. We'll find out in a second. It's probably not. It'll work anyway. Hopefully. Oh, great. 2 Nolans are logged in. Now what are we going to do? Clear. Yep. It still works. My server doesn't really care if there's 2 Nolans yet. When I start spawning players in, it might matter. So anyway, here's Nolan 1 position, and here's Nolan 2 position, and you can see they're all at different positions, and it's all nice and happy. And I'm gonna quit and go back here. This should be shorter, back down to Nolan, his position. So that's all working. And next update, we are gonna have walking around. Now I'm gonna load up Jan's bump map of the terrain that we fixed, and I'll show you that. Alright guys, so here is Jan's terrain, what's fixed on it so far. I mean, before he had some buildings and roads and stuff in here, but unfortunately that's broken. So he's gonna, unfortunately we could not save it. I was able to save the bump map of the terrain, but unfortunately that was it. But the cool thing is, this terrain is gonna be huge. I mean massive. Alright, so here's a character size to scale. I'm going to keep zooming, 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 zooming. And keep in mind that as I zoom out, it speeds up faster and faster as I zoom out. So there's still like 1 pixel there that you can see of him. But this terrain is massive. So Jan has a lot of work to do on this. And he will probably be working, if he does this terrain well, just as much as I am, and will probably get 50-50% if he gets it done right. But we are keeping things fair. I mean, I've been learning coding and shit for like 6 years now. It was a ton of work. I mean, I'm not gonna let him get a freebie. So I'm not trying to be greedy. If he does a real good job on this, he will get 50-50, because he did just about the same amount of work. And yeah, that's his terrain so far. Don't judge it yet, it's nowhere near done. But it did have a bunch of trees and rocks and stuff, and it really sucks that he has to redo all that. So anyway, next update, we might have some more terrain, and we might be inside this terrain, and we'll probably be in multiplayer with Jan. Will be in the next video, so you guys will get to meet him. Anyways, until then, you guys enjoy yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you next update. And until then, have a nice one.